before you get angry, what I want to ask you is have you ever felt that? Have you ever had that feeling from somebody playing with somebody and you felt like this was the biggest thing you ever did in your career?
Not really, but I used to want to quit when I was with Bird. You know?
Charlie Parker, that's what
every night.
Look at this.
Hey guys, so
shit.
today we're gonna dissect what makes a.
Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. 50 easy major licks. Not even fucking five fucking seconds into the fucking video, and there's already a fucking book you can buy. This is what I'm talking about, everybody. I'm not saying you can't plug your shit, but first of all, let's just take acknowledgement the fact that this dude has a fucking 50 easy major lick fucking book for us to buy already. I haven't even heard him finish his first fucking phrase yet.
Hey guys, so today we're going to dissect what makes a phrase sound good. What are the components that make a phrase work? And furthermore, how can you actually use these components so you yourself can play good sounding phrases? We're going to talk about 5 different components that you can consider. We're going to check out phrases from a release that we just did with Jazz lesson videos called 50 Easy Major Phrases. A lot of what we talk about on this channel is very difficult, but a huge part of actually being able to play phrases that sound good is going back to the basics and getting into language that is short, sweet, and accessible. So what are some of the components to consider with phrases that sound good? A lot of times when you're playing a gig or you're seeing a show where somebody plays a phrase and the crowd or audience goes, woo, you know, they do like the jazz, like, oh man, that sounds good. That feels good.
Oh.
What are the components that happen there? A lot of times, and the first thing that we're going to talk about today,
Guys, let's dissect why the audience likes what I'm playing, guys. So, all right, guys.
So our first chord here is C minor 7. We're starting on the 3rd, jumping down to the 5th, going up to the 7th, and then playing the 9th after that. Now, strictly speaking, some people will say the chord tones are just a 1, 3, 5, 7 in general with a chord like this, but a lot of people will include the 6 and the 9 because that's typically how a pianist or guitarist is going to voice it. So again, to start, we have 3.
What does this have to do with someone liking what you play? What the fuck?
Which brings us to the second component to consider here is end deliberately. Typically, when you hear in the audience that jazz woo, as we like to call it, when you hear that woo, when somebody plays a really nice phrase, that happens in the phrase is really good. So you have to make sure that you end your phrase.
That typically happens right then and there. That typically, according to my calculations, that typically happens right at the end of a phrase, guys. All right? So be looking out for your woos at the end of a phrase, guys. Just be looking out for it. It'll be there. Be ready for it. It's coming.
The end of your sentence is the most important part. You really have to conclude your point well. So that's what we're doing when we're improvising these phrases. So now let's check out a slightly long...
I'm not trying to prove a fucking point when I play music. That's why I have a fucking YouTube channel.
2-5-1 here. So again, so much of what we see in jazz standards is 2-5-1 progressions. That's why it's so important to be well versed in this progression and language that works over this progression, which will of course eventually help you improvise your own language over 2-5-1 progressions. But what we're going to see here is another phrase that uses almost exclusively chord tones.
That's another thing too. These fucking guys are out here. Oh, you learn all the 2-5s, you'll be able to make your own language. You learn this, you'll be able to make your own language. If you just transcribe, you'll be able to make your own language. Language, we want to sound different. If calling it your own language is how you want to call it, sure, but that's not the point I'm trying to make is that these fucking people think that the way you make your own fucking language is by learning everything else everyone did. And then, then you can do it. Well, when are you going to have learned everything? When does that happen? When am I going to be done doing that? And that's the thing. That's how teachers can get you into a hole. Is because there is no fucking ending to anything. And even if you're better than them, they will always find something for you to call you out and be like, you're not, there's some things we need to fix. There's some rough ends we need to fix here. You could be so confident in what you've done, making tons of money, and if you went to someone who wanted to teach you, they could say exactly that, and you'd go, what the fuck? Why is he saying this to me? It's because they need to make you listen somehow. So the way they make you listen is say, you need work, and I can help you with that. Come with me. I mean, like, of course, that's how you market it. And that becomes really slimy really fast. And this is the whole thing with music getting so marketable, or at least just this side of music getting so marketable, is it becomes so slimy so fast. Because first of fucking all, people are trying to make music like an actual business. They're trying to bring it into the world and kind of like normalize it. And I think that's a stupid thing to do, because if you normalize something, you strip it of everything that makes it mold all the time. Like it's like water. It's like you're trying to freeze water into ice. Well, once you make it ice, it doesn't move anymore. That's what it is. While water is changing all the fucking time. That's what I'm saying. But you need to be able to turn it into ice if you want to be able to just hold it in your hand. And that's what that's what fucking guys like this want to fucking do. They want to hold music in their hand like it's fucking theirs. And it's not theirs. Music is not anybody's to just fucking own. It's not your fucking pet. And these people are trying to just turn it into something that they could just have complete control over, and that's how things get taken advantage of. That's how shit like this happens. That's why this shit is not fucking funny. It is funny because it's not funny. It's fucking actually not good information that people should be taking in.
And the 7th, and then we this voice leading down into the 3rd of F7. Then right after arpeggiating down, we end up arpeggiating
Do
up.
people listen to this shit,
F7,
really?
we play the 3rd,
Do people actually like go?
and the 9th.
Do
We add
people?
some
I'm gonna focus on I gotta focus. I gotta listen to what he's saying. Look at this, man. This is it. This is the stuff right here, man. This is what we gotta do, man. We gotta circle the note and the green and the yellow and the blue, man. We gotta circle the notes, man. Circle them. Go put the numbers down, man. We gotta put it down, man. Come on, man. Come on, please.
breaking up the rhythm a little bit, down into the 3rd of D flat major 7. Then from there we've got the 5th,
red?
7th, and the 9th.
New color.
Here's where we really end the
Fuck
phrase
yeah.
deliberately. We've got the root and the 6th. The 6th.
I don't know
on a
what he
major
said,
chord
but
is
I
a
like the
really
colors,
nice
all right?
note. It has a lot
Good
of
color
to it.
palette.
It's not bland. And if you put a little sustain on it, it's going to be a really melodic way
Oh
of ending
yeah,
the phrase.
guys.
All right, so a third component to consider is using close intervals.
Oh.
A lot of times when I hear a more developing player and they're just sort of pushing buttons over a scale or uncertain of the next thing that they're going to play, a lot of times what I find is happening in their lines is they're sort of poking at notes randomly that end up being maybe a little bit more spread out. Typically something that you're going to find in a melodic line is that the intervals actually stay very close. So in this phrase, you're going to see that.
Wow, guys, wasn't that actually fucking awesome? Did you go ooh? Did you go whoa? No, you fucking didn't. That was shit. Because you fucking wrote it down, dude. And then people are like, that's it. That's it. And then people will take shit like that and put it in their language.
A lot of chromatic approach.
Oh,
which we're going to talk
fuck
about in a
yeah,
second.
baby,
But to
pink.
every fly an arpeggio that sits within the diatonic arpeggios of that chord, but it.
Guys, this is, again, what I'm saying. It's like, this is simple shit, is what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that this stuff is the simple shit. I can't even fucking pay attention for more than 5 fucking seconds without going, oh, here's another fucking bar of what the fuck is going on here now. It's like, it's it's made in a way so it can overload your brain. It's whether fucking Chad LB or any of these guys are fucking thinking about overwhelming your brain, I have no idea. All right, I have no idea if Chad is actually a bad person or is trying to be a bad person, but I do know that his stuff is actually not helping people. Whether he intended that, I don't know, but one thing that I've always noticed in his videos is how overwhelming his stuff can be. I just can't see people getting out of it, because once you're in it, this is stuff, these licks and shit, this is stuff people latch onto once they got it down. They latch onto it and can't let it go. I mean, everybody's got their thing that they can't stop playing. I got my shit that I can't stop fucking playing that's annoying. But with this stuff specifically, you just won't, I don't see people dropping this stuff and moving on from it ever. Because these guys make it seem like this is the shit. This is actually the best thing you could do. This is the highest quality shit. I'm not saying this specifically, but I'm telling you, these books that he releases, he wouldn't say anything else about them besides that they are the highest quality fucking thing that you could give yourself. And take a look at this merchandise, dude. Look at this. That's it. That's $60 for this shit. He's a fucking saxophone player, guys. Like, these guys are saxophone players. And we're selling fucking this Sax Life. That's it. You couldn't have thought of anything else. Just fucking click on this shit, dude. This is what I'm saying. This is Chad LB in a nutshell. This is what he thinks is perfect. The fucking blandest fucking garbage shit ever. This encapsulates his fucking style of everything. Him, how he plays. Like, this is who he is as a person. How he plays, everything is a projection of himself. That's why you see, look at this shit. Look how boring this cookie cutter shit is, dude. And there's other people like this. It's not just fucking this guy. But, like, there's nothing interesting looking here. It's so boring. Oh, shit. Oh! Fuck! This is the saxophone world, everybody. This is saxophone today. This is how people look at the saxophone, everyone. This is saxophone, everybody. Holy. Wait a minute, let me rewind that shit. Oh. Oh!